Yo, this is Lex, and this is a better fix for Bazooka Wizard. In the current patch 2.6.7, Blizzard attempted to remove Bazooka due to it becoming too mandatory. I agree with removing Bazooka because it's too powerful, and it's too hard to balance the build without hurting other builds. Bazooka has been my favorite build to play, but it still needs to go for the greater good of the game. I believe that other Star Pack builds should stay, as they are easier to play and aren't too powerful. Other builds are easier to balance around the level of regular Star Pack builds. This patch is now active during Season 19, but the fix didn't work. Allow me to show you how it was bypassed. For the purpose of testing, I have removed all my crit chance and turned off crit damage display numbers. All my gear has been removed except for the Death Wish for the channeling damage. The Ice Meteor is being used since Star Pack dumps our resource. The meteor damage of channeling here is 1243k. The damage range goes down to around 1100k at the low end, and up to around 1300k at the high end. Let's take a look at how the Bazooka worked before the fix in patch 2.6.7. The channeling is tapped right here, followed by Archon anytime before the meteor lands. Prior to the fix, this would have been a successful Bazooka meteor. The meteor hits for only 367k damage, confirming that the fix is correctly working here. Notice how it appears that channeling is still active, even though the channeling damage isn't being applied. Now let's take a look at how the fix was bypassed. Archon is hit with less than 15 milliseconds delay after channeling. This delay is less than 1 frame, so these skills appear to be hit in the same frame. Archon is entered here. This is where the fix drops any active channeling buffs, but notice how the channeling hasn't started yet. The channeling comes out 2 frames after Archon is entered. The meteor hits for 1605k, confirming a successful Bazooka hit. This works because channeling buffs are only dropped at the start of Archon, and this channeling comes out during Archon. Let me show you another example where Archon is hit 2 frames after channeling. In this case, channeling comes out before Archon is entered. The fix correctly drops the channeling buffs here, causing the meteor to hit for only 314k, even though the channeling appears to still be active. Before we continue our testing, let's take a look at the upcoming fix in patch 2.6.8. Blizzard's second attempt at removing Bazooka is to require 1 second of channeling to gain the bonus damage. While I do believe this will prevent Bazooka from working, it also hurts other builds. This fix will also prevent other Star Pack builds from working. I don't believe this is intended, because the first fix was only targeting the Archon interaction in Bazooka. Only Bazooka has been mentioned as a target by Blizzard, with no mention of less powerful Star Pack builds. I feel like the other Star Pack builds are fine, as they are easier to balance the game around, and we should keep a variety of builds in the game, rather than removing builds anytime they become meta. This fix also hurts other channeling builds when they want to move or cast other skills. For example, Meteor Shower would no longer be able to weave in hard-casted meteors to increase their damage, and teleporting or taking a step to reposition will further delay their damage. Even the new Hydra build being added will suffer from the fix. Now that we have gone over the fixes, allow me to suggest a better fix. I have a theory that the 1 second channeling requirement can be lower and still prevent Bazooka from working. The first fix in patch 2.6.7 requires Archon to be entered during the windup of channeling, so only 1 tap of channeling can be done. This first tick of channeling lasts for 333 ms, and requiring more than 1 tick of channeling will prevent Bazooka from working. Reducing the required channeling time of 1 second down to half a second would still allow other Star Pack builds to function, and other channeling builds wouldn't be as negatively impacted. Let's test this theory by holding down channeling and trying to enter Archon after the first tick. In this example, I enter Archon while channeling is already active. The meteor lands 2 frames later without the channeling buff. Here's another example with the meteor landing 1 frame after Archon is entered. Still no channeling damage. I even tried entering Archon in the same frame as the meteor landing without success. This test was done hundreds of times without any success. So the better fix is to require only half a second of channeling. Allow me to suggest an even better fix. Let's go back to the workaround for the first Bazooka fix in patch 2.6.7. The channeling buffs are being applied after the Archon form is entered. Preventing the channeling buffs from being applied during Archon would prevent Bazooka from working. This would be the best possible fix, with no impact on any other builds. I do understand that there are limited resources available for Diablo 3, so I'm not sure if this fix is possible, but it's something to consider. Please like the video if you appreciate my thoughts, subscribe for more content, and feel free to stop by the live stream with any questions or comments. Happy slaying.